victories by an average of 13 points per game. St. Bonaventure here in the dark and St. Louis the white on their home floor here at Chaifetz Arena. So with the two schools, Dr. John, are really on a roll. What's going to decide this game tonight? St. Louis with the top field goal percentage squad in the A-10 against the best defense in the league, but Robbie Avila scores with his first attempt of the game.
Baller, quicker player on Avila because of his shooting and passing to disrupt him.
Now Gibson Jimerson, and it rattles around and falls, and now Gibson Jimerson with that three-point basket is the Atlantic 10 Conference's new all-time leading three-point scorer. And the current A-10 player of the week after producing north of 20 points in each of his last two games. Gibson Jimerson, his second triple, that one a better look.
For shot selection, the Bonnies shoot a lot of twos, St. Louis shoots a lot of threes.
They swing it around into the corner. Gibson Jimerson, 3 of 4 from three-point range here in the early going.
A foul there is worth the price of keeping Anya off the glass. The double will be coming.
Avila waited for the double. Now Isaiah Swope, and he jars his first three-point attempt. Isaiah Swope, the senior from Newburgh, Indiana.
Who want from your freshman to be ready when called on. Wedlow getting the job done.
And Swope, good look for a three. And he's got 2 from downtown. It's game 7 of 8 from the field, but now with that miss, they are 1 for their last 9. Killian Brockhoff in off the bench. Jimerson driving. And he lays it in around Noel Brown.
Pop, which the Bonnies won't. Avila will get some open threes.
Avila against Hinton and goes glass. Had the mismatch and just bodied him down the lane. And it is Council. Can't miss from in the paint. Avila, pocket pass for Isaiah Swope. That's something they do extremely well, but it just hasn't been there on too many occasions in this first half.
Coaches are too conservative. You should play good players with 2 fouls. But this time, listen, you're not always right. This time picking up a third hurts the Billikens and Anya a bit.
Kellen Thames from the corner, his first 3. The Richard sophomore
has really curtailed his athleticism, but as you said, him getting back to full strength is a difference maker for the Billikens.
Tie ball game, under 2 to play first half. Here's Thames again.
Pick your poison. If you guard Avila one-on-one, he might get 25-30. If you double him, he might get 8, 9, 10 assists.
St. Louis with their first lead in the last 8 minutes. It's an 11-2 run for the Billikens, and they're up by 2.
The college Jokic, they call him, because he could do it all. Distribute, score, Avila setting up things. So far this game, they've settled for quick threes when they've seen St. Louis' zone. I'm surprised.
Under a minute to go, first half. Avila had it blocked, but it's a goaltending call.
We'll see if the Bonnies attack the paint against the zone a little better or settle for another 3.
Swope on the steal. It's remarkable. This is the first time since the day after Thanksgiving that St. Bonaventure has trailed by more than 3 points in a game.
5 points, but his defense was also stellar. A deflection, it made people miss, and that step back by Swope is lethal. And again, history proves he doesn't foul much. Only 1.6 fouls per 40 minutes.
Kobe Johnson buries it from 3.
So Johnson more of a driver, but you can't leave him that open.
Billikens now by 8. Thames, and he got it to drop. Timeout, St. Bonaventure. First double-digit lead of the night. The alley-oop to Thames and the acrobatic finish.
The elite jumping ability. We're seeing it come back. There's the open three by Johnson. And then here's the acrobatics. Sky high to the moon, sending it down. Thanks. Really good defense. They're doubling and then rotating over to the great shooter, Avila.
Here's Gibson Jimerson, his first three-point basket of the second half after he jarred 3 in the first half. Running again with numbers and hitting this time. Maybe not the wisest decision going up against Avila, who blocks it. Jimerson from way outside. Gibson Jimerson, St. Louis's all-time leading scorer, was a guy that played in Josh Schertz's conference last year, the Missouri Valley, for Missouri State, before coming over here to St. Louis. As it is Kobe Johnson who buries it from downtown, a senior from Canton, Ohio.
A terrific job of helping. Look at Brown. He'll help on this screen and then get back to Avila. If you're basically guarding 2 people per possession.
Backdoor pass to Warlick with a shot clock at 2. And the Billikens now have their largest lead, 11 points here as we come up on the midpoint of the second half. What do you make of that?
Again, losing close games is tough for anyone. But what I think is not having Robbie Avila for 7 weeks of practice between October and November, this team was nowhere near its peak. Right now, they're starting to peak.
Gibson Jimerson delivers the 12th three-point basket of the night for St. Louis. Sure had been so cold from downtown. Chance Moore, I mentioned earlier, played at Missouri State last year, so Josh Schertz knows him well, having coached at Indiana State in the same conference. Gibson Jimerson.
I think Jimerson's going to be written in stone with some of his records.
Warlick out for Avila. He's open for a 3. And Robbie Avila, the top three-point shooter among centers in the country.
And that's the basketball IQ of Avila. People talk about his IQ with passing. What about his IQ with not fouling, staying vertical, making people miss? That's smart basketball as well.
If you watch him in practice, he's the one kind of acting like the coach on the floor, talking to players, giving them instructions. Jimerson backdoor, lays it up and in, and it's all St. Louis right now. They are pulling away with 6 minutes left to go. 13-1 run. Prior to that, the Billikens had a 16-point lead. It was their largest of the game.
Terrific.
1 minute left.
Terrific defense by Hinton on Swope.
Avila and the fall.
He's a point center. Look at this. It's a fake handoff. And Moore goes to help on the handoff, and just like Patrick Mahomes might, as soon as he fakes the handoff, he keeps it himself when he sees the daylight.
And 6. And St. Louis has now won 4 in a row. (73-68) the final. An 8-game win streak goes by the boards for the Bonnies, but the Billikens continue to play their best basketball of the season.
If their defense continues to improve at St. Louis, they can contend for an A-10 regular season championship. The offense is definitely there. St. Bonaventure, biggest road test yet. They'll get better.
So it is a 5-point win, 73-68. The Billikens continue unbeaten in A-10 play here early in the new year. And now for Dr. John Giannini, I'm Steve Schlanger. Thanks for joining us, everyone, as we say goodnight from Chaifetz Arena here in St. Louis, Missouri.